Here I am at the March 20th rally. Quite a few here in attendance today. I was set to give a speech today. I'm supposed to be on the speakers list, so that'll be interesting to see if that eventuates. We're getting the message out about the corruption. There's a lot of new people up today. I'm here with Nisha, who has been battling through this corrupt court system. Many people have been hit with charges. A lot of it's a violation of our constitution. Thank you for joining me. How are you managing?
Not too good. I'm here actually to make a public announcement. I generally fear for my safety and that of my family. I commenced civil litigation with regards to historical sexual abuse back in 2019. I engaged the services of a lawyer. Well, what I discovered was blatant hide the truth. My claims were against my social worker who became my foster parent. And during my time of living with her, the state never checked up on my care. And little did I know that not only was I being abused, someone else was being abused. I need to be careful about who I mention because I'm sure they don't want it to be public knowledge. But after my dealings with the bar, my lawyer, who basically malfeasance, I disengaged my services with her and I told her if anything happens to me or my family, I will pursue this. And that was 2 years ago. For the last 2 years, I've been persecuted, hounded, intimidated. I've had so many provocateurs enter my life to remove evidence and plant evidence. And basically what it's about is to give the illusion and the narrative that I'm fucked in the head, that I have suffered so much because of my life history because I was a state ward. So we're going back into the 1978. I was a state ward, which meant that the state was meant to look after my well-being and they never did. So throughout my time dealing with my lawyer, I'm sorry that I'm jumping to and from, there's just so much to get through.
Yes, they have failed their duty of care, and it's sad when anybody steps forward and exposes crimes, they get punished and often end up targeted individuals, and the harassment is extraordinary, we've seen in many cases. So you have a court proceeding coming up?
Well, no. What they're actually doing is framing me for other crimes. What they've done is actually penetrated all of my IT equipment where I have no control over things. They've got information in there. I can't even access my passwords. They're probably sending emails on my behalf, which I'm totally unaware of. But it's all to create the illusion that I'm not mentally sound because they engage the services of a psych which is appointed by the courts, the Supreme Court. So everything is done in-house. They control everything. You never get any freedom. You never sign any documents. What they're doing is basically making you consent without fully understanding of what is actually happening. So what they do, they enter your life, they find out as much about your life, and from that point on, they start creating a narrative that's going to suit their story to cover up their filthy pedophile rings. And you want to know who my social worker was? Here we go, you'll love this. She was awarded services for sexual abuse. Carolyn Worth, that's right. She got an award, an Australian award for services to sexual abuse, and that was who my abuser was.
I'm very sorry to hear it. It's disgusting. There's so many predators that are getting away with atrocious crimes, and people that speak out about it often get gaslit.
That's exactly what's been happening to me.
What's what you're doing? Let it go! Hey, let it go! Let it go! not.
Everyone just calm down, they're doing their job. Just calm down.
Let's get back to it, please.
We're going to calm down, everybody. Let's calm down.
Pretty disgusting actions on display here today. You've just seen that woman dragged away. They're desperately trying to silence people that want to speak. They are not allocating veterans of this community sufficient time. They're trying to desperately push people out of the way and control the flow of information. You've just seen the police and the heavy-handed tactics being used. I've got people in yellow vests trying to push others off the stage. This is what we're trying to fight against, tyranny, and it's being used by some of our own people. It's very unfortunate. Like, I've been exposing government corruption for well over 5 years, and a lot of the people today I'd never even seen of before. I've never heard of them. I don't know about their credibility or their history of what they've achieved. So, you know, it's very concerning when you have a lot of new identities that have just jumped on the bandwagon trying to hijack movements, and there's people that have been exposing this and have proven experience dealing with parents of vaccine injured children, exposing it on talk shows, radio, viral videos. But no, that's all disregarded, and they're just pushing their own people in. It's a concerted effort to try and control, censorship at its finest. And this isn't just the first event this has happened at. The events where I've actually gotten up and managed to give a speech, I had to force myself. I had to basically plead with them. Hey, come on, I should be allocated a spot. What's going on here? But yes, there's definitely something sinister at play. Very, very concerning. And now they've got music blaring down there. It's like some sort of rock concert. No, that's not what I turned up for. That's not what I'm here representing. So no, pathetic. I'm very disappointed. I'm going home now. It probably might be the last event I turn up at for a while, to be truthful with you. Alright, see yous.